Welcome everyone, it's Vapors Drakomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I will be continuing on our journey as we look at the magnificent form of Drexlar Blood Twin. We are going to be promoting an entirely different champion and some others. We are going to be promoting Gnarlhorn. Yes, and you're like, but Vaporsmith, why are you obsessed with Gnarlhorn? Why are we trying to promote Gnarlhorn? Well, Gnarlhorn has a very specific job, and I don't really have anyone else that can do this job. So guess what? We're promoting him for that job. See? We are promoting him. So there you go. He's been promoted. Kind of. All right. Now, if you thought this was the end of the train, nope. Not even close. Because we have a whole bunch of new arrivals and really powerful champions to boot. Yep. But guess who was on the top of the list of the promotion? Can you guess who it is? That's right. Gnarlhorn has actually reached the top of the promotion list. Now, while this may surprise you at first, you will soon begin to understand why. So, story time. So, Gnarlhorn was a big deal. And by the way, this isn't food. That's Godseeker and Eerie. Godseeker and Eerie is probably the best reviver in the game. So, a while back, I saw that people were like that there was a champion called Gnarlhorn, and he was used in a lot of strategies. Now, for the longest time, I didn't really think of wanting to promote him. Not really, because I didn't really consider him that big of a deal. And then later on, I got information concerning Gnarlhorn that he's really great in Doom Tower, and that he is a really good endgame rare. Now, at first, I didn't think about it too much. Time passed. Gnarlhorn remained in the massive army of level 40 champions on this account. Many other champions started to climb up the ladder, including but not limited to Vizier and Drexlar Blood Twin. He just remained there, unused. Then I reached floor 86. I tried many different combinations in Doom Tower after finally leveling up Spirit Host, allowing me to climb further into the Doom Tower than ever before. Then I thought about it. And I thought back to that time where I was seeing Gnarlhorn tank perils like it's nothing. And that was when I realized that Gnarlhorn, it's not only necessary, but essential to level him. I did not realize it was at the time. until later. So, the cap on energy is 130. Good to know. Good to know. At any rate, yes. Gnarlhorn has a long story, a lot longer of a story than his level and stuff may indicate. Because, see, at first I was like, nah, I don't need to level a champion like Gnarlhorn. I can leave him alone for a long time. The thing is, I already did that, and then he finally proved himself to be useful. Finally. He finally has a use, and not just a ordinary use, an extraordinary use. A use so unique and powerful that Arbiter and every other champion I own cannot do this use. Because the enemy in question is a very special enemy named Mortu Macabre. Now, Mortu Macabre, which we will be getting to. In fact, I will be including him in it. Mortu Macabre has a peril that ignores block damage, so Templar is useless versus him. It ignores shields, so Valerie is useless versus him. It blocks revive, so Godseeker, Aniri, and Scylla the Drakes are useless against peril. It's based on HP, so the champion there is naturally going to be tanky. So Drexthar is going to struggle. And he can peril Vergus and Drexthar almost 100 to 0. So. And he can also peril Logoth relatively easily. So. When we tally, and it's almost impossible to nuke him down even if you're a positive affinity like Elhain. So. This adds up, strangely enough, into a conclusion. And you know what that conclusion is? You're not going to like to hear this one. Gnarlhorn must be promoted. Yes. For the first time in a long time, I finally have decided that I have to promote him. And I have to promote him the thorough way. You didn't get to see the first part because he was already level 40. But I leveled food for him so that he can reach rank 5. Rank 5 might be the first rank that he can actually use to fight the Mortu Macabres. Now, it may not be guaranteed, which is where the backup strategy comes in. The backup strategy is to get him to rank 6. That's the backup strategy. But on top of this, I also have to level up all his gear. I do not like to admit that I might end up rank 6ing Gnarlhorn. I don't like to admit that because then that would mean delaying the other rank 6s further. But I had a dream. The dream to beat Doomtower. And I do firmly believe I need his skills. Gnarlhorn's skill of being able to be literally invincible for a short time. I need that skill. Because no other tank I own is actually capable of this. And I don't own a Sir Nick. And I don't own a Maneater. And because I don't own a Sir Nick or a Maneater, I need someone else that can make themselves invincible. And Gnarlhorn is such a man. He will protect my carries from getting perilled so they can actually damage the Mortus enough to get them within striking range. Now, I tried, for those of you who know further into the story, I tried to cheese it by increasing my attack and decreasing his defense and smacking him. But I have found there is no way to one-shot the Mortu Macabres before they peril. And once they peril, anyone in there is dead. They're all dead. So that's why I have to promote another tank. Gnarlhorn, specifically. I have to promote him specifically. We can enjoy our battle through the land of the lizards while we're at it. And of course, while I promote Godseeker Aniri. Because Godseeker Aniri is useful in all content that does not have a block revive. And she's a god at Bommel. But she's not a god versus Mortu Macabre. Because Mortu Macabre defies God and defies revives. And that is where Gnarlhorn, the king of the goatmen, comes in. He can do something that Norog cannot. He can do something that no other skinwalker I own can do. And he is the only skinwalker at the moment that I own that I am actually considering taking to 6-star. He is the only skinwalker with that distinction. He is the only one. That is how special Gnarlhorn is. And that is why I'm promoting him. A Godseeker Aniri is my only professional Revive on Death champion. Now, while Revive on Death is a great skill and will be used in much content, Gnarlhorn is going to do a mission that Revive on Death is not a useful buff. Because Mortu Macabre can make Revive on Death absolutely useless. Like, it's hard to explain why Mortu Macabre is actually a really devastating champion that is, like, criminally underrated. But there's a reason. I don't like to promote champions for no reason. Now, I am also going to promote Sachi for Shadowkin. Get her ready for the big show on Shadowkin. But she's not going to be fully promoted yet. Gnarlhorn, on the other hand, has a chance of getting fully promoted. He is the only champion aside... If this situation didn't come up, the next in line would probably be Dark Elhain or Deacon. But it's because this situation has arisen that I have to promote Gnarlhorn. I actually do. Now, good old Delta down. I did tell him some good news. Because, there is one more champion I have to promote today. And it's a champion I've been ignoring a lot. Now, you might ask who this champion is. Well, it's a relatively unknown demon spawn that until recently I thought was borderline food. And their name is Marquess. Yes, their name is Marquess. Now, until recently, Marquess was thought to be a weak demon spawn champion. But there's a caveat to this. You see, Marquess is actually discovered to be one of the best, if not the best, rare arena nuker in the game, which completely took me off guard. I was not expecting this at all. I was expecting someone to tell me the champ is worthless. Go feed your Marquess. What I heard instead was something far more remarkable. So yeah. Sachi, I always knew Sachi was really good, but what I didn't expect was to actually get a Sachi. That I didn't expect. I also got another champion that will get promotions that I will discuss. One that I've known is valuable for a long time. And you've heard of him in free-to-play guides if you've read them. And his name is Mausoleum Mage. And Soulbound Boyer, which I also discovered was a really powerful champion. All of these champions will be trying to get promotions. I may not promote them all in my video, but they're definitely getting a promotion but despite the fact they are getting promotions, because Mausoleum Mage is probably one of the best cleansers I've ever gotten since Gator and Spirit Host, there's a problem. See, I have to promote Gnarlhorn first. That's right. I have to promote Gnarlhorn first because he is the most special of all of them. I will be promoting them because all of the champions I previously mentioned are not food. They're actually all very strong champions, with the exception of Shaman, who I'm just going to use in the dupe system thing. Oh, I may even promote her too, and him for clan boss. And I don't know what to do with him, but we'll figure that one out. Oh yeah, there's one more champion that's up for promotion. Diabolus for turn meter control, and Apothecary, and Taragi the God. All of these are up for promotion. This guy. Sepulture Sentinel, up for promotion. There's so many of these. Ugo, Master Butcher, Gala Longbraids. All of these suckers are up for promotion. I'll eventually promote him to 60. She's up for promotion. He's up for promotion. He's up for promotion. He will eventually be up for promotion. She's up for promotion. Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of champions up for promotion. Now, the champions that are for demotion are going to be a lot of the food. They're going to be demoted to food and fed to the champions that are actually worth my time. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to be having to raise a lot of food because there's actually a lot of champions worth my time in this whole clown fiesta. Now, Gnarlhorn is not a recent find. He is a find that I have ignored for what I felt like as long as I possibly could ignore him almost. I ignored him until I absolutely needed him. That's the thing. I ignored him right until... And you know what? You'll actually get to see what his use is. Soon. You will soon get to see what his use is. Spirit Host has a lot of uses. I even use her in Arena in a Blender team. Like, I have been using her plenty. Oh. But yeah, Sachi and Godseeker are getting promotions. Gnarlhorn is getting a promotion. In fact, Gnarlhorn is getting one further. Gnarlhorn is getting an MVP. An MVP promotion, which is a very rare promotion. And he is the only Spirit Walker, or no, not Spirit Walker, Skinwalker. He's the only Skinwalker I am probably going to straight take to 6-star. He will be my very first rank 6 Skinwalker. That's right. He is going to be the very first of his kind to actually get promoted to rank 6. He will. You will see it. It will happen. I'm showing the initial promotion, but he may get a second promotion. Actually, he will get a second promotion later. He's getting a second guaranteed promotion later, especially if he can't do the job that he's allotted to do. It pains me to say that, but yes, I have found who is going to be my first ever rank 6 Skinwalker. Yes. Now, I know it seems really bizarre of me to promote a rare. You're like, but Vaporsmith, you're promoting more rare. This isn't an ordinary rare. This guy is actually a god of surviving the impossible. And that's what I need right now to do. Now, the guy that he's actually trying to survive is in this mode. However, you will not see the full extent of how bad he is unless you see him in his primal habitat. His proper habitat where he gets, like, okay. Do you guys remember what I've done with Mortu Macabre on my second account? How I've literally perilled people from very high health? The Mortus in Doom Tower are capable of this. But when that power is turned against you, it's less funny. Yes. So yeah, everyone here is getting levels and promotions as this goes through. And no, I'm not using Sachi or Godseeker and Neri for food. Before you ask, I have waited way too long to get these champions. And I got Sachi from a sacred of all things, so that makes her a bigger deal. I ended up getting her instead of Calvalax, as you will remember. That does not mean that she's not good at what she does, because she is. I will be using her in Shadowkin Faction Wars and other content, but he's more important. I will be promoting her later, potentially even to 6-star, but right now, Gnarlhorn is the priority. I didn't think I'd eventually say those words, because I thought I was like, yeah, I'll just leave him there. And I did. But his time, Gnarlhorn's time, has finally arrived. The time for him to become a legend. Yep. Though, as we progress up, we also get chance to get more champions like Spirit Host. But as you can see, I think I already maxed up Spirit Host's skill, so we won't need her necessarily. And the big deal right now is Gnarlhorn. He's the big cheese. I will be upgrading him off screen and notifying you also when he reaches level 50, but I'm trying to show. See, and she also increases attack, which is incredibly valuable, but that she's not, although she's incredibly valuable, she despite being valuable, she is not up for instant promotion, which I know is a very bizarre statement, but you can wrap your head around it once you figure out what I'm trying to do. Yes, you will be able to wrap your head around this. I can easily see her being useful for faction crypts. Easily. Gator's another useful one. We will be getting him to 40 now. Mausoleum Mage is going to be big. Then I have to raise food off screen. There's so many champions. Tyrell is another big one that we'll eventually be promoting for High Elves. Jingle Hunter's another big one. Well, actually not Jingle Hunter. This guy. Well, I will be promoting Jingle Hunter because I want to make a themed team. But Apothecary is even better than Jingle Hunter. Apothecary is... If you don't know the story behind Apothecary, I'll treat you that to some other time. But you guys got to understand, Apothecary is big. Godseeker is going to be big for a different reason. Godseeker will allow me to take on Bommel. Straight up. Will allow me to take on Bommel with Sachi and a Vizier. Because the Vizier is going to stop the Vizier is going to make sure that decreased accuracy is on that boss constantly. So that's going to be big. Because you want to limit how many bombs that guy lands. Because Bommel is capable of overwhelming your team with bombs. Yes. Now, Gator is in for promotion for a different reason. He is in promotion for Lizardmen. And he is in promotion because he has a cleanse called Defy the Witch. But this guy, though. This guy is special. Now, we're going to go back to Felwyn's Gate and keep promoting these champions. Full hard mode. 0 cheats or shortcuts. Full hard mode. Yep. Yep. And I earned all of this. You didn't see the grinding off screen. You didn't see the zero cheats or shortcuts, but I have. That is not lying. I just choose not to show you me grinding food champs for ages in Brimstone Pass, because that's what I do. That's literally what I do. Okay, he's promoted. We'll continue to promote them. Promoting Mausoleum Mage. Because they're like, where's your Mausoleum Mage? What happened?
Before the storm happens, then I have things for you to put into the shed.
Yeah.
Also, I think you should dig. We should have some sterilized soil. You tell me what soil to buy, or we can use the soil that we bought outside, right? In a bag, and get a pot going that has drainage, and dig up the tomato plant that's underneath the bird feeding place, Alex. And you can grow it in a pot, and when it becomes like cold, we bring it in. Alex,
Yeah.
dig up the tomato, put it in a nice clay pot that's gonna be big enough for it. So find out how big that has to be, and I think it's like it needs a foot by a foot pot or more. You have to look it up. Maybe a foot and a half. Bring it in here, and we will grow tomatoes over the winter. That way. Because it seems to be growing quite well. That plant's probably worth $12, $15. But if we let it go to the winter, it's just gonna freeze. It's never gonna have a chance to produce food. Find out if you can grow tomatoes inside, and maybe we should do it. Grow it inside. Or does it need pollinating? Well, if it needs pollinating, you can pollinate it by using a Q-tip on the flower.
I cannot confirm. Yes. Gonna be helping Mausoleum Mage. Gonna get this, try to promote the Gnarlhorn. I don't like to discuss cheating, but it's a topic. Oh, wait. This could be sick. Wait. He could pair great with Manaya. Look at that. Like, increased defense with that. Oh, that could be sick. That could be actually sick. Think about it. That increased defense. That increased defense could be sick. Wonderful. Wonderful. See, this is what Gnarlhorn can do, and this is why I'm promoting him. He's part of the unkillable setup. Granted, I don't have a man-eater, but yes. All right. So, in the next episode, we're going to be continuing after I beat this boss to promote Gnarlhorn, Sachi, Mausoleum Mage, and a bunch of other valuable champions, and raise food for at least Gnarlhorn, maybe again, raise some rank 5 food, because another rank 6 needs to be crowned again. It's that time of year again, where rank 6 has to be crowned. It is that time of year again. And there we go. So yeah, we will continue this in the next episode. And it will be a long promotion ceremony. Don't you worry. It will be a long one. And I have to do Arbiter missions too later.